Mediterranean, the South and East Mediterranean, is at a moment when a lot of forces are competing to shape the future. Huge changes in population, structural issues like urbanization, rise in the percentage of youth, the numbers of youth in the region, and the impact of education and governance. And really looking towards the future, one can possibly see 4 different scenarios. One scenario would be a scenario very close to what's happening now, a continuation of a situation of chaos, that where we see countries disintegrating, we see rivalries between religious groups, we see discrimination, we see high levels of violence. Another scenario would be perhaps the opposite, an area of prosperity, of cooperation, of economic growth in human rights, growth of education, of opportunities. That would require a lot of solving of the problems that exist there, a bigger role of the international community, perhaps something like a Marshall Plan, like what happened in Europe after the Second World War. The third scenario would be a mix of these 2 scenarios, where some parts, some islands of stability start emerging, some islands of growth, of hope, while some parts of the region remain with problems of identity, with problems of separatism, perhaps collapsed states. A fourth scenario is what I call the black swan scenario, and that is a scenario of unexpected events, either good or bad. One unexpected event could be, for example, a nuclear configuration or a major confrontation between Israel and Iran, or perhaps even the collapse of the regime in Saudi Arabia, so things that we don't expect now. Whether we can steer the region towards one of these scenarios, of course it would be better to try to steer it towards the good scenarios, but we also have to be prepared for bad scenarios.